Friday night, waiting for my dry age New York strip to rest. With that, I thought I'd do a little comparison tasting of two wines. One being one I highly recommend, and I was talking about it recently, but under $15, Cab. This is really probably the best of the bunch that I can find. It's from Washington, made from Charles Smith Winery. Legit winemaker for sure. And I've always wanted to try his other higher level expressions. Well, this one's about, I think I got this one for $14. And I found his $35 version. So this is a 2016, this is a 2019. This is Vineyard Collection Stone Ridge Vineyard. I don't know anything about the Stone Ridge Vineyard. The bottle's got a little bit, slight variation to it. And $35, $14. So really want to see is there a difference? Is there a $20 difference? Is this more going to be your more serious Cabernet out of Washington, and this one being your weekday type of pour, which I think it absolutely suffices in that weekday pour realm. So you get some red and dark fruit for sure. I almost smell a little bit of roasted beet. Not sure why, but roasted beets which I do like. So mostly dark fruit though. Dark fruit with some red fruit for sure. Very appealing smell, very appealing aroma. Very young still, 2019. This is 2016. This smells very different. Less fruity. Yeah, this one has a less fruit-forward aroma. It's not vegetal, though. A little more herbal, but not vegetal. Does it smell more serious? I don't know. Interruptions. So, I did just use the Corvin and pop the glass of each of them, so this will be what I end up pairing with my steak. I probably have a little bit more of the Côte de Rhône I opened, the Jean-Louis Chave, and that wine's got an intensity to it, an absolute, what they call garrigue, but let's talk about this first, we can talk about that after. So this has more variety of aromas, and this is sort of one-dimensionally along the fruit path. It's not that this is better or worse in any sense so far. Let's see. Good tannin, good acid, good length. It's a great wine for $14. It's not often this may make me sound like a prima donna. Not often I drink a red Cab West Coast for this price, but I absolutely will drink that, and I recommend it highly. So, really a fan of that wine for sure. It's certainly got some other things going on. The tannins are about equal, medium plus. This has longer length. It's really the major discernible difference with a higher quality wine or a more expensive wine versus something a little less is the length. Sometimes it has to do with the alcohol, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think it always has something to do with the alcohol. This is 13.5, so this is 14. This is actually stronger. So the lesser priced one is stronger, meaning an alcohol ABV. So, and this has the longer length. So throw that theory out the window. It's good. Is it better than some of the other $30 ones I've done recently? I don't think so. I think the Obsidian, the Leviathan, and the Récoltant are all better than this. It doesn't mean that Washington State doesn't make amazing Cab. It absolutely does. The Pirouette was amazing. I just believe those are better. Now that's just going by memory. This also hasn't been open very long, so this might just need more time to decant. It's possible. But from this moment, I believe those wines are better than those. And this is, they're just slightly different styles. I don't know what to say if one's better than the other. I think they're both good. I think they're both good. That one now, going back and forth, has lesser tannin. So the tannin's more medium. So it's more medium plus tannin. So longer length, medium plus tannin. So add that to the mix. Is it $35 versus $14? Really a $20 difference. Maybe with decanting, maybe. I guess this one is better as it's opening up. Not by leaps and bounds. Throwing price aside, this is just a slightly better wine. So, that's all I have to say about these. I'm going to go dig into my steak. And I'm going to let them both sit. If there's any major delta, I'll most definitely talk about it in another subsequent video. So, I opened this last night. And this has an intensity to it. Tons of Garrigue, which is sort of what they call in the south of Rhone, or it's a French term typically, you know, like walking through somewhere where there's a lot of herbs and an herb patch, and there's just a lot of forest and nature-like aromas and flavors, lavender, thyme, things like that, that you might get walking through a field of some sort. It's the best way I could describe Garrigue. But I know that when I taste Garrigue, I kind of just know it, and I always attribute it to the Southern Rhone. This is a 15%, so this it is this high octane wine, and it tastes it. It is big and bold. It's wonderfully complex for $21. So I'll have more of that later. That's it. Have a good night.